Another week is upon us filled with potential market-moving events. We'll get more key economic data, including retail sales, industrial production, and business inventories, all set to come through on Tuesday. Housing market insights on Wednesday. Thursday brings us jobless claims, Philly Fed business conditions, and existing home sales. Plus, Eli Lilly set to present on Monday. And oh yeah, earnings season is underway. We'll hear from the likes of BAC, Goldman Sachs, Netflix, and Tesla, just to name a few. It's another dose of your weekly market prep, the week ahead preview, right now. The week kicks off on a light note with just one notable corporate event to watch out for during the session. We'll keep an eye on Alzheimer's stocks across the board. Eli Lilly, though, set to host its annual Alzheimer's Association International Conference. That will get underway Monday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. After the close then, the market will look to earnings from another regional bank to start the week. FBK is set to report, another stock that got crushed back in March with the rest of the group when credit issues and higher interest rates led to multiple bankruptcies. Most analysts are expecting continued growth from FBK, though, this time around. Tuesday, then, we're back into bank earnings after the group kicked things off back on Friday. Before the market opens, we'll hear from the likes of Bank of America, BK, Schwab, and Morgan Stanley, while Lockheed Martin LMT is also set to report. Morgan Stanley shares could provide opportunities for traders. The stock has underperformed dramatically overall so far this year, basically flat on the year ahead of the report. Analysts, however, are expecting a beat this time around from the bank. Also pre-market, we'll get the latest reading on retail sales in the U.S. from last month. Data in May showed a surprise uptick versus April. Most analysts, meanwhile, are suggesting June will be even better than that, pointing to early summer travel, holiday season, and no additional interest rate hike back in June from the Fed during that month. June industrial production data is expected then at 9:15 a.m. Then at 10, we'll get June business inventories. After the close, then just one notable earnings name to look out for, with retail brokerage IBKR set to report its latest results. On to Wednesday we go. It's set to be the biggest earnings day of the week, but we'll have to wait for after the market closes. Just one notable economic release for the session, set for 8:30 Eastern. We'll get the latest reading on building permits and housing starts for June. Earnings then from ASML, Goldman Sachs, Halliburton, and NASDAQ itself are also all set to come through before the market opens. GS shares are always a volatile trade during earnings. The investment bank is looking to avoid a third straight quarter of disappointing investors on earnings day. Breaking with its own long-standing convention, Goldman executives have been actively downplaying expectations for results that will be disclosed next week. After the close then, Tesla shares will take center stage. The EV giant is set to report its latest results. Investors will be expecting another impressive performance from the company, with specific attention focused on delivery numbers once again that typically accompany the report. Most analysts are expecting Tesla's revenue to come in at $24.7 billion. That's slightly ahead of the consensus estimates. Other notable earnings names to watch then after the close on Wednesday include Alcoa, IBM, Las Vegas Sands, Netflix, and UAL. NFLX shares will be closely watched as the company will report for the first time after implementing its ad-supported tier in multiple new markets, including the U.S. Most analysts are expecting blowout numbers from the streaming giant. We'll have a look at that again coming up on Wednesday. On to Thursday we go. Airlines, once again, headline companies set to report earnings before the open. AAL leads the way. We'll hear from FCX, J&J, and TSM as well. Airlines have been impressive over the first half of 2023. Delta reported much better than expected results last week and benefited from it. Focus will be on demand expectations once again from American Airlines, with the rest of the group still reporting record highs in this category. Most expectations are, however, looking for a slight dip in overall numbers from the carrier. On the economic front then, we'll look to initial jobless claims data at 8:30 Eastern for possible clues on the day's direction. Also at 8:30, we'll get the latest Philly Fed business conditions. Then at 10, existing home sales for June. On to Friday, just like that, we'll bring more earnings from the regional banking group with Regions Financial next up to report. We'll also hear from American Express and AutoNation. AutoNation shares will be on watch as the stock continues to impress in 2023, working on a 9-week winning streak. The stock's up 70% so far in 2023, currently trading at all-time highs. Most analysts are cautious, though, given the rally ahead of the report. The company has beat in 9 of its last 10 quarters. As always, we'll bring you all the action live as it happens daily on TraderTV.Live.